Guys, some very scary rumors have been floating around in the crypto world, which is that FTX or Alameda Capital, one of the largest exchanges out there and one of the biggest VC firms, both backed by Sam Bankman-Fried, are potentially insolvent. If this is actually the case, this could be very bad for Bitcoin and could cause a massive collapse and possibly that leg down to 12k. So guys, it's very important we go over the rumors and all the facts that have come out, and that's exactly what I'll be doing in this video. As usual, if you do appreciate these in-depth news videos, make sure you do go down below and smash up that like button and subscribe here. Let's get into everything you need to know about the situation. So all these rumors came out when Alameda Capital's portfolio was leaked via CoinDesk, and yeah, Alameda Research has 14.6 billion US dollars of assets against 8 billion US dollars of liabilities. Liabilities essentially just meaning money that they owe, and apparently most of their assets are actually in completely illiquid altcoins. And by that, what I do mean is that if they did try to sell all their coins in those illiquid altcoins, there just wouldn't be enough people buying for them to get anywhere near the amount that they actually have. So for example, one of their biggest, or I guess their biggest position, is in a token called FTT, which is FTX's exchange token. Now, they have apparently 5.82 billion of FTT, but the FTT market cap is only 3.35 billion. So they have more money in it than there is actual money in FTT right now in the market. So once again, they can't really sell these tokens. On top of that, they do have a bunch of money in some other illiquid altcoins. You guys saw me talk about the fact that, Alameda Capital was buying into many, or, backing many projects with pretty bad tokenomics. And it does seem like they do have quite a lot of money also tied into those tokens. So we have Serum as well. We have Maps, Oxy, and FIDA as well. So essentially the issue here is that they have a bunch of loans. Once again, 8 billion US dollars of loans against their assets, but their assets are in illiquid shitcoins. So yeah, that is essentially the situation that we are supposedly dealing with now. We have got a response though from someone working at Alameda Capital saying that apparently everything is fine. So here's what Caroline said. She's once again, I believe, the head trader of Alameda Capital. Yeah, she said this: a few notes on the balance sheet info that has been circulating recently. That specific balance sheet is only for a subset of our corporate entities. We have over 10 billion of assets that aren't reflected there. The balance sheet breaks out a few of our biggest long positions. We obviously have hedges that aren't listed. Given the tightening in the crypto credit space this year, we've returned most of our loans by now. This, in my opinion, is, I guess, quelling my FUD right here. Essentially, she's saying they have way more assets than are shown on that sheet, and because the portfolio leak was the portfolio that they had like a couple months ago, they are saying that they've paid back a lot of their debts. But it gets even worse, guys. As part of Binance's exit from FTX equity last year, Binance received roughly 2.1 billion US dollar equivalent in cash, BUSD and FTT tokens. But due to the recent revelations that have came to light, Binance have actually decided to liquidate all of their remaining FTT holdings. This means that they'll be market selling basically all of their tokens, which is very bad for the price of FTT. On top of that, another thing he did tweet out was this: liquidating our FTT is just a post-exit risk management, learning from Luna. We gave support before, but we won't pretend to make love after divorce. We are not against anyone, but we won't support people who lobby against other industry players behind their backs. Onwards. Now, what's very interesting right here, and what a lot of people are getting really scared about, is the fact that he said he is learning from Luna. If you guys aren't aware, Luna was the famous Ponzi that completely crashed and went to zero. And yeah, he's for some reason comparing Alameda Capital and FTT tokens to Luna. Guys, that's pretty scary in my opinion. So is this all true, or is this just a bunch of FUD? Guys, at the end of the day, there's no real way to know. CZ could literally just be piling on more FUD, as once again he does run a competing exchange, Binance to FTX. So if he does start to sell on top of that, a lot of people could or a lot of users could move their money from FTX to Binance. So this is a good play, I guess, business wise. But then again, he could actually know something behind the scenes that maybe FTX isn't that good and Alameda Capital isn't that great. Caroline has commented that they are perfectly fine, but that is exactly what 3 Arrows Capital also said back in the day. If you guys aren't aware of who 3 Arrows Capital are, they They are, a massive VC fund that went totally bust because they had so many liabilities and they just couldn't pay them off, and they kept borrowing even more and even more money to try and repay their past debts. You guys get the point. And yeah, eventually that Ponzi completely collapsed. So yeah, we once again are looking from the outside. We have no idea what's going on in the inside for Alameda Capital, FTX, etc. So yeah, this is all we do have to play on. Me personally, I do think that FTX is probably fine, as I do think, Sam is a pretty smart guy. He wouldn't put his business in a position where it could get, totally fucked up. But once again, I do like to be overreacting rather than underreacting. So right now, I don't really hold any funds on FTX. But yeah, if this does clear up in a couple weeks, I'll probably move some funds back into there, as they do have a pretty decent exchange nonetheless. But guys, if FTX does actually collapse, this could easily be a catalyst that sends Bitcoin way down into the 13k region, which is where a ton of people, including Richard Hart, do think Bitcoin could go. And if that does happen, I do think that would likely be one of the last legs down for crypto. So yeah, guys, I'll be watching this news very, very closely, and I'll be updating you guys on any future news that does come out ASAP. So make sure you do subscribe so you get those videos first. But guys, in the comments down below, let me know whether or not you think this is all just FUD around FTX, or whether or not this is actually real, because I personally have no real idea. You're in a bear market, I'm sure a lot of you would really appreciate a massive amount of free money. But that's exactly what we do have. In the description and the pinned comment down below, I have links to all the major exchanges and massive bonuses. For example, if you do sign up to BYBIT using the link below, you get up to 4,000 plus US dollars in deposit bonuses. It literally takes like a couple minutes to sign up and deposit. On top of that, you got major bonuses for BitGet, and you've got some for Binance. You guys get the point. So make sure you do check out the links I have below. And on top of that, if you do sign up using one of the links below and you shoot me a DM on Twitter, you'll be allowed to join my altcoin research Discord.